Water Lily's crew at a funeral for the dead sailor. It was not specifically invited, but felt the sense of responsibility, having witnessed the man's fatal plunge. Captain Wicker led the Christian service with customary grimness. I was surprised by the absence of American minister, the sailor's companion, who had been arguing with him just before his fall. Yet he was not the only one missing from the funeral. Oddly, only half the crew had come to pay their respects. I returned to the rest, asked my neighbor. Doesn't seem commonplace, no. Went in search of the rest. Only to find them making an offering in front of the makeshift Shinto shrine in the crew quarters. The fellow from the night before was amongst them. The captain doesn't want us at his Christian ceremonies. He thinks nothing more faith. One of the sailors told me bitterly. We make our offerings here instead. That's fair enough. Alright, Astrakhan to export mud is healing salve. Wow, mud. Congratulations, Astrakhan. You got mud. Storm. Too exhausted to write proper entry. Suffice to say, we are still afloat. As we settled down for the night, I was struck by an unrelated thought. Sir Fogg, the dateline. I have altered our watch already, Sir Fogg replied calmly. Do you think I might forget? My master was of course correct. With an eye such as his, it was unthinkable they might miss such a detail. We had reached the point directly opposite Greenwich. Imagine what we might have transpired if we had forgotten. We had reached the point directly opposite Greenwich, where the hours we had lost in traveling around the Earth were added back. A whole extra day. I guess. Sort of. Fogg said to have crossed the date line, but will extra day be enough? No. Heck no. Yesterday's storm hit us with little warning. One moment I was praying for Fogg's shaving water, mending one of my shirts, mending one of my shirts. With careful stitches, the next we were being tossed from one end of the cabin to the other. We're only lucky that the bed was skillfully nailed to the floor. Ship shuddered mode, rain clattered against our iron hull. The ship shuddered and moaned. The seas flickered with lightning. The storm lasted nearly 6 hours and blew us far off course. The captain spent most of the day peering at his charts, trying to locate our position. There is no land anywhere upon the horizon. Your character's not zestful. Oh crap. Odessa drinkers supplied by Europeans? Report. I mean, Odessa's literally Europe. So I'd hope so. But I guess because it's like the Russian Empire at this point, it really wasn't considered true Europe. Russia was always considered backward. Like wannabe Europeans for a few centuries. At least by the other Europeans. The captain announced a change of destination. The Water Lily would now make for nearby Hawaii rather than San Francisco. We would make port Honolulu in 5 days, and we had to find our own further conveyance from there. Honolulu sounded wonderful to me. Sir Fogg's lips pressed ever so slightly together. A rare outward sign of entirely understandable annoyance. This, Miss said, will not do. But the beaches, sir. No, indeed not, sir. I agreed, not even daring to calculate the delay and expense our unexpected diversion would cause. Sir Fogg gave me a cool, appraising glance. Captain Wickers reneged upon his word as a gentleman, he said curtly, prolonging his voice to an almost pejorative undertone. Our course is clear. We must mutiny. Mutiny? What? I'm about to argue the point, but he continued without so much as a pause. See to it, pass up. Use your initiative. Effort brightly, quite, he said, with the agreeableness of a gentleman who had just given his valet a near Herculean task. With mutiny in 5 days to reach Honolulu. Making preparations you see fit. Seriously? Honolulu free from telegraph lines. Is that good or bad? It's almost like they had them and they got rid of them. My task was clear. I was to foment mutiny aboard the Water Lily. I decided to begin by explaining the crew's animosity towards one another, divide and conquer. Or so dear Maman always counseled. Like the religious passions or gossip and rumor would be a good way to start. Religious passions. Though such passions were by their nature unpredictable. So I decided to desecrate Shinto's shrine. God no. Steal the captain's lamented crucifix. Spread rumors about the Shinto crew members. Gossip about the captain. Planning forcibly convert all the Shinto crew to reach port. Some of the younger members seem alarmed, but others really left off the possibility. Wait, Honolulu beleaguered by copper shortage. It was with satisfaction that I noted a certain increase in tension aboard the Water Lily. The situation I would carefully have to exacerbate. My master's mutiny was to have a chance of success. Next, I intended to integrate myself. To ingratiate myself. We're going against the commander. Studied laborers, who were still rather storm-tossed and discombobulated. I managed to convince them to play dice with me, and proceeded to deliberately impress them with my skill. I'm still going to be demeaning for this deliberately. Managing to win 20 pounds in the process. That I would endearing to them at the least. Damn, it was the other guy, they should know that too. Makes sense. Submarine Phileas Fogg walking financial tightrope, says big source. So did you board the obvious targets more than Waterley? It was often one but the unexplored. With that in my mind, I turned my attention upon ship's artificer and the valets and Batman. This is the artificer. Tall, rather imposing woman in a short jacket embroidered with the guild's copper lily. Artificers were notoriously neutral in the matter of conflict, so civil disruption. Primed her, threw myself upon her mercy. Appealed to her vanity. A lot of these do seem vain. Offering to restyle her rather fussy ruffs something more Aru Karan. Should guard my own outfit critically. For a few moments before a narrow face blossomed to a surprising sweet, if toothy smile. You seem like a man with a good eye, she admitted. I've always wanted to be fashionable. She would be like the toast of any top deck. Clothing was like any other machinery. Ooh. I guess those are our peers. It could be well oiled and well designed, and then it would simply work. The analogy pleased her greatly. I left certain I had a favor. Yeah, makes sense. Well, that would work. Copenhagen bomb threat to continue. Oh crap. Like, did ISIS travel back in time?